The magic number tonight is 172. That's the number of seats needed in order to form a majority government. But an equally important number is the number 12. If a party doesn't get 12 seats, they don't get official party status. And there are some real concerns that that could be the case for the NDP. And while every vote matters and every riding counts, some races are a little bit more high stakes tonight. For example, let's take a look at Burnaby Central. This is a new riding in BC, replacing Burnaby South. It's a suburban Vancouver riding and where Jagmeet Singh has held a seat since 2019. But in the redistributed riding, it shows he would have only won by about 3,000 votes, which isn't a lot for a leader of a major party. Now, both the Liberals and Conservatives have been pushing hard in the greater Vancouver area, and the sentiment is that some of the former strongholds are particularly vulnerable. Heading east, let's zoom in on Calgary, and specifically Calgary Centre. Now, since 1968, this riding has only elected one not right-wing party, and that party only lasted one term. This is former Prime Minister Joe Clark's old riding. Greg McLean has held the seat since 2019 for the Conservatives, and he's been very focused on Alberta issues. Lindsay Lunau, a director of a local investment co-op, is running for the Liberals. This is considered to be the most likely of all Calgary ridings to switch red, if any, because of the large urban crowd. Let's head a little bit further north in Alberta, and specifically in Edmonton and Edmonton Southeast. Now, this is where we have the mayor of Edmonton, Amarjeet Sohi, running for the Liberals, and he's a very popular mayor. He actually won the last mayoral race with 51% of the vote. And while Edmonton is viewed as more left-leaning than its hockey rival Calgary, this is a new riding, and much of it was held by the former deputy Conservative leader Tim Uppal, who's running in a neighboring riding. It's unclear to see if this riding will switch from its blue to a red banner. Let's head on over to Ontario, and specifically southwestern Ontario, and this little riding right here. This is Windsor West, and this is Brian Massey territory. He's held the seat for more than 20 years, and this riding doesn't like to elect new faces. But Mark Carney made Windsor one of his very first campaign stops, and the tariff threats for the auto industry may have compelled some people to look for security outside of the NDP. The NDP could also lose at least one seat in Northern Ontario. Now let's go all the way to the eastern end of the country. That's Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, this is expected to go almost entirely red, but 5 of the 6 Liberal MPs aren't seeking re-election, which means of the 7 seats, 5 are totally open with no obvious frontrunner. And these are the results we're going to get here first, with their polls closing at 7 p.m. Eastern. These early results could give us a hint as to what we can expect for the rest of Atlantic Canada, but also potentially the rest of the country. Tune in with us on City TV and on City News 24/7 for our special election coverage. We've got you covered all night long.